the magnitude of my words right now, I don't even know how to express the joy in my heart saying these words. I think tomorrow is the most hopeful that I have felt about turning a new age. Hello, and welcome back to Eatin' Well. I really want to share these amazing things that the Lord has done in Tad and I's life. It's gonna be kind of a two-parter today, and I wanna share this not to brag, not to show off, like not to say like, oh, we did this, but it genuinely has changed my life, and I want to practice this so much more. It literally has shifted the way that I look at praying and seeking the Lord. So we know it's the new year. It is 2023. Something that was really pulling and tugging at my heart for this specific year was to start the year off with a Daniel fast. Now, you're not supposed to brag about a fast or sometimes even talk about it. However, I experienced such an immense amount of the Lord's goodness that I really wanted to share what happened and the effects of that fast. It was like mid-December. I was kind of thinking about the new year, you start to reminisce and reflect, and I really felt like I was supposed to do a Daniel fast. I was praying like, okay, Lord, how do I go about it? What do I do? Then my husband wanted to join. If you know my husband, God bless him, he does not like to eat healthy. And if you don't know anything about the Daniel fast, it is basically eliminating processed food, sugar, artificial sweeteners, meat, dairy, flour, gluten. It takes out a lot of your diet. No alcohol, no coffee. So the fact that my husband wanted to do this was really exciting. So in praying about the Daniel fast, I felt like, number one, I couldn't give up meat because you're supposed to give up meat. And because I'm breastfeeding, I felt uncomfortable doing that because I really wanted to have enough protein. And I felt peace about keeping meat in our diet. I also felt peace that we were only supposed to do a 10-day Daniel fast. Normally it's 21 days, but we have this trip to Michigan and it would have just been very complicated. We probably would have had to cheat anyways. So we just kept it to 10 days. Let me tell you, 10 days was definitely long enough without dark chocolate. So January 1st, we started this Daniel fast, and I'm not gonna go too in-depth about the fast itself. There's nothing really to say except that it's hard, especially with a baby and, a husband that doesn't particularly love eating healthy food. We did our best, and I think we did really, really well for our circumstances, but I wanted to share the results. I came up with my own personal list of things that I was really pursuing the Lord for. I really wanted to pray for, we've just been questioning, why are we in Nashville? Why are we here? We felt like the Lord really called us here, blah, blah, blah. So just clarity of why we're here. Number two, we really want our parents to move to California. We're really praying for, at least for them to be there part-time, for the Lord to give us more clarity on timing and when that's all gonna happen. Three, continuing to pray for my health. If you've been on my page, you know that I have struggled with some health issues, lightheadedness, fatigue, heart palpitations is the biggest one, especially during pregnancy. For the last 7 years, I've had these just crazy symptoms and have not known how to take care of them. Next thing on the list was Tad has these ideas and these ventures, and we have these business ideas that we want to pursue and make happen in the future. So I just went into 2023 having all of these hopes and dreams and desires and big prayers that I really wanted. I've been wanting the Lord to give me clarity or answer or heal or whatever. So that was the heart, behind wanting to do the Daniel fast. The other thing that was on the list was Leon's sleep. My son just does not particularly love sleeping. I know that some babies struggle, but he does not like sleep. I just was like, Lord, please help me. Like, either make him just sleep or give me some answers. And honestly, we're not even like completely following sleep training, but it was so funny. I've never really agreed with sleep training, but I was at a dentist appointment, which is funny because this dentist appointment, let me tell you, was scheduled for December and we couldn't make it. We had to reschedule it in the middle of this Daniel fast. So we're doing this Daniel fast. We go to the dentist. Hygienist that I get is telling me about how her baby sleeps. Her babies have slept all the way through the night since like 12 weeks old. I'm like, how? Please share. And she goes, the baby sleep solution book. And for some reason, all of this peace just like came over me. And I was like, I'm gonna go home and read that book. For whatever reason, anyone else who had talked to me about sleep training, I was like, no. She tells me about this book and I go home and I read it, and I'm not doing everything. There's just some things I'm like, yeah, that's good. So it was just hilarious that it was like the Lord was saying, now is the time to start really kind of getting him on a schedule. For Tad to do the midnight bottle or, whatever. Like we started to practice the things that this book kind of talks about. He's sleeping better. Like he's only really waking up once a night, when normally it's like 2 times, sometimes 3. It wasn't an immediate, God answered this, he's sleeping through the night, but it was like, the Lord gave me clarity. The Lord gave me direction about Leon's sleep, and we're trying some things and it's really helping. Like, he is going down to bed at like 8 p.m. and he's waking up at 8 a.m. and he's doing like 1 feed a night. I mean, it's just like the Lord gave clarity. So I was like, whew, that is so cool that he like put that dentist appointment in the middle of the fast to say, hey, this is the hygienist who's going to lead you to he's just so good. So the next thing, the very last day of our fast, Tad had his own business meeting to start his new business. But we got like the first piece of mail for our business, and he had the meeting with some friends that he's doing it with, and it was just like the Lord has started again. It wasn't like this big thing happened for that prayer request about the ventures that we're starting to go pursue and start, but the Lord gave us clarity. The Lord gave us some direction, and it was just super cool. It was like he started to have more energy for his business and more, I don't know, it was just starting, you know. It was like the spark was starting. It was like, okay, the Lord said, this is it, like this is the time is now, let's go. So that was kind of the second thing that was like, that is so cool that the Lord said, like, you know, during the fast, this is what's going to happen. So that was really awesome. The other things that were on the list about like parents and things like that, you know, we have some clarity, and we're making some adjustments this year for like traveling more and seeing Tad's parents more. And so again, there's not, I feel like when you fast, it's not like you're just waving a magic wand and the Lord's just gonna do whatever you want. Sometimes it's just the clarity. I feel like that was the big thing with this fast, is the Lord just said, here's clarity, like here's the vision, here's the next step, you know, to take. Like this is what you need to do to get maybe to the place that you're wanting. And so I feel like there are some things falling in line. It's almost like just a feeling. Like it's not necessarily like this thing happened, but it's like, oh, okay, I feel peace about this thing that we're desiring, or I feel peace about this next step that we're gonna take. You know, it's kind of like that. So, you know, there's no big plans necessarily for who's moving where or whatever, but we have just a peace, and like there's just this, it's like there's a little light that's starting to go, you know, and there's this hope of something that's going to happen. So that's really cool. The big kicker that I really want to share is my healing. Okay, so again, if you don't know, I had these crazy symptoms for like 7 years. When I moved to Phoenix from Michigan, I remember coming home Christmas break, I got on the treadmill in our basement and I started running, and my heart started skipping, and I was like, that doesn't feel right. I told my parents, and I was like, my heart's flipping, and that set me on a 7-year-long journey trying to figure out what the heck is wrong with me. You guys, I saw cardiologists, endocrinologists, gastroenterologists, lady doctors, multiple family doctors, multiple naturopaths. I mean, I went to every kind of doctor you could think of about my fatigue. My cycle started getting really crazy. My digestion was wonky, the heart palpitations, the passing out, weird symptoms. Like, and you know me, I'm active, I'm fit, I like to work out. You know, I used to do Tough Mudder races and 5Ks and do CrossFit. Like, I was the epitome of health like years ago, and all of a sudden my body just started shutting down, and it was like, Lord, why? You know, for a long time I was like, God, why me? Why someone who takes care of their temple, someone who, like not many Americans, takes care of their body, someone who loves fitness, someone who preaches fitness. You know, I'm having weight loss resistance. I can't lose weight. I don't look the way that I want to feel, and just all of this frustration. When you love fitness and you love taking care of your body, but your body doesn't let you, it is an incredibly, incredibly frustrating state to be in. So I said, Lord, this is it. This was the main thing I wanted to pray for. I want you to heal me. I want to be healed. I want answers. What's funny is I already knew the answer, or I had already been told what might be wrong, but I didn't believe it. And I hadn't been experiencing the manifestation of that healing quite yet. So a little bit of background. Again, we had a home birth, had our baby. Our baby got grandfathered into this pediatric integrative health practitioner's office that I had been on a wait list for a year. I wanted to be a patient of these people so bad. And so when my son became a patient, he had bad reflux. They brought me on as a patient because of that. And so I was so excited for them to take me on as a patient, because I was like, this is it. This is like, this is it. You know, I become a patient. She didn't even test me. This was, I don't know, 3-4 months ago. I'm telling her my symptoms. I'm telling her my heart palpitations, all of this stuff. And she goes, yep, parasites. And I was like, come again? She said, I bet you have parasites. Now, she didn't give the full explanation, but she said, we're gonna get you stealth infection tested and we're gonna do blood work and we're gonna see if these line up. A few months later, both results come back. I do have parasites. And number 2, my iron and my ferritin are low. Hey there, me from the future. I wanted to make a point because I forgot to say it in this video that the parasites were causing the low iron. So apparently parasites feast off of iron. So they weren't two separate things. The parasites were causing the low iron. Just wanted to make a point to say that in this video. Okay. In this process, I had been really questioning everything because I'm like, this is not working. And the first protocol she gave me didn't work. So that's why I was like, this is not working, you know? Fast forward to, I think it was like mid-November, end of November, this specific supplement that they actually put patients on who have parasites was restocked. And so she said, go buy this Para-1 Parasite Cleanse, get on this supplement, continue taking your beef liver supplement to up your iron as if we can, because your iron isn't going up. So I think beginning or mid-December, I started taking this parasite supplement. I no joke, you guys. I woke up January 1st. This is like mid-prescription. I was maybe halfway through the Parasite Cleanse bottle. So I hadn't been experiencing any healing or any difference in my body. I seriously woke up January 1st and I felt physically different, and mentally, it was like my health was returned. Like it was crazy. I hadn't even barely started the Daniel fast and the Lord was like, boom, manifestation. And I've had good days in the last 7 years. And so I wanted to test. I'm like, okay, this is a fluke. It's day 1 of the fast. Like, let's just see, you know? Well, it is January 14th. Tomorrow's my birthday. I have not had an episode of heart palpitations since like mid-December, maybe approaching Christmas. And if you know anything about me or my story, you know that I have them every day. I mean, even if I lay down, I have gotten on the treadmill and I've done 3 or 4 runs. I've worked out 2 or 3, 4 times since the beginning of the year. I have not had heart palpitations. I have not had fatigue. My digestion is perfect. I mean, like the magnitude of my words right now, I don't even know how to express the joy in my heart saying these words. The fact that I have not had a palpitation in like a month, it is only God that I can say these words. I mean, I'm healed. Like I'm healed. I am healed. And you know what's crazy is it took 7 years for a doctor to finally get these answers. And this is what was cool in tandem. You know, I was praying for this healing and then we were also praying, you know, asking the Lord, why are we in Nashville? I feel like there's more to why we're in Nashville that the Lord is going to uncover soon. Like there's more to come. But had I not moved to Nashville, I would not have found this doctor. Had I not had my son through Nova and done a home birth, or met the friends that I have that led me to do a home birth that grandfathered him into this nurse practitioner's office who would then diagnose me. God is so good. If you sacrifice food to pursue him, man, it's just so good. I really, really hope that you take into consideration doing some kind of fast, whether it's a 3-day water fast, a 10-day, 21-day Daniel fast, even giving up social media for a month, whatever, just sacrificing something that's really difficult to give up, to pursue the heart of God and to hear him very clearly, to rely on his strength and not the things that we cope with in our day-to-day lives. He will move. And I am so happy to tell you that I am healed and that, I mean, there's no words. I don't even know how to express the magnitude of that. That's the first portion of this video. And the second portion will be kind of quick. You know, it's funny, my birthday is January 15th. As of recording this video, tomorrow is my birthday. And so New Year's resolutions and my birthday always kind of go hand in hand because it's half a month after the new year. Besides turning 16, 18, and 21, I'll be 27 tomorrow. I think tomorrow is the most hopeful that I have felt about turning a new age. You know, I struggled really hard postpartum, and turning 27, being healed, stepping out of depression and anxiety from postpartum and all the things that I dealt with Leon and, you know, him being older and sleeping better. I feel God's favor on my life. The last 7 years of not feeling good physically, and in the last 3 years of really not even feeling, it's not that we didn't have the favor of God or the blessings of God, because we're very, very blessed, but it's almost like I kept saying, I feel hidden, Lord. Lord, I feel hidden. Why do I feel hidden? And I feel like that hiding is being released. And I don't know what that means, or really, I just feel different. I feel like this year is this year's gonna be my year. I feel like it's gonna be so good. But anyways, so I was praying, Lord, what do you want for me turning 27? There were two things that I heard. I asked him, what do you want me to give up and what do you want me to add? I heard a YouTuber say that and I was like, I'm gonna ask the Lord what he wants for me. And so I felt like he said, I want you to take away and give up the scale. I have weighed myself, I think, for 2 years, over 2 years, every single day. I think there's a time and place, right? There's a time and place for that stuff. You guys know I'm into health and fitness. There's a time and place to track numbers. I think for me specifically, being postpartum, still breastfeeding, I think the Lord just wants me to enjoy. That's what it is. I think God just really wants me to enjoy being a mom, enjoy breastfeeding, enjoy eating really clean, healthy foods and not worry about the scale, enjoying my health and my healing and just getting back to movement, and that the weight will do what it needs to do, but I just need to enjoy this year and not worry about the scale. And that was really tender for me to hear, so I'm really excited about that. The second thing, what he wants me to add in, is to be a better friend. I struggle with friendships. I don't feel like I'm a very thoughtful person. I struggle keeping up with friends. I don't feel like I'm a good friend. And I had an incident recently where there was miscommunication and we had a friend come into town in Nashville. We were supposed to see her, her daughter got sick, this whole thing, and I thought she was leaving like the day after she was supposed to stay with us. But she didn't stay with us because her daughter was sick. So we decided to come to Michigan early. It was a flop because she was like, oh no, I'm still here. And anyways, she was really bummed. And that made me feel awful because I wasn't thoughtful enough to think to ask, oh, are you leaving? Anyways, it was the whole situation, but I felt horrible and I still feel horrible. I forget friends' birthdays, and, when we moved to Nashville, I had kind of just loosely told people, hey, we're moving, and I had friends start bawling their eyes out, and I was like, oh, you, really care about me? I don't know, I think a part of it is I don't feel like I'm that important to other people, which is horrible. Like, I need to, accept that, people like me, and that I'm cared for, and that will in turn help me feel like a better friend. Anyways, I want to be more thoughtful. I want to be more proactive in friendships and really I think when you move across the country so much like I have, you have all these pockets of people all over, and it's hard to keep up with people. And I think what I struggle with is it's hard to feel like people aren't mad at you for leaving. So I constantly feel like people are mad at me. Maybe they are, I don't know. But I think a part of it needs to be me reaching out and saying, hey, I really miss you, let's catch up. I just want to get better at those things. I want to get better at praying for my friends. And that's something that the Lord wants me to add in, is becoming and growing into being a better friend to all my amazing friends, because I have really amazing people in my life. Really amazing people. People, honestly, let's be real, people I don't deserve. I don't deserve a lot of the good people in my life, and I want to treat them better and treat myself better, knowing that I am cared for by these amazing people. If you've made it this far, I really appreciate you. I really hope that you consider fasting and seeking the Lord with all your heart for really big things that you're wanting clarity on or that you're wanting answered. It's really important, you guys. It's so important to practice fasting. And know it's hard, but that's supposed to be hard. It's supposed to be difficult. You're sacrificing comfort and literal food to pursue God's heart. So pray about the new year. Man, ask him, what do you want me to give up, Lord? What do you want me to add? It's really powerful stuff. And it's just us trying to be better and grow in him. And I'm really excited for 2023. I'm really excited to be 27 years old. Thank you for being a part of this page and a part of this family. I really want this YouTube channel to just be you joining my life and bringing people into my life and us being like a family. And I hope that comes across in all my content. Anyways, I'm gonna shut up now. Thanks for watching this video. We'll see you next time.